Hello everyone, I'm PS. This is my cat, Xing Xing. She will also be featured on this video. So I'm starting a new series of videos to try to cover the latest Demoscene news and trying to divide it in months. So this video is going to be focused on November 2021 and hopefully it will become a monthly thing to try to compensate Mystery Demoscene Theater not being able to be live streamed regularly because of my own schedule issues. So yeah, let's get into it and try to cover all the news of the Demoscene in the month of November 2021. First, the Demoscene parties that happened during this month. The first one that took place was Assembly. Assembly 2021 happened at the Opera House in Finland. It was called Assembly Creative Tech. It featured some special compos as well. They had like a foyer listening music compo. They had a special compo for doing interactive stuff with the Opera House itself. And they have the traditional compos as well of combined demo, short film, wild demo, those kind of things. Actually, I think short film and wild demo are combined. It's just wrong here on Puet. A lot of good entries on the combined demo combo, so that was very cool to see Assembly having some good quality releases. The winner demo was trippus lunaticus by Extreme, which was for the Atari Falcon. It was okay. It's not my cup of tea, so I wasn't very particularly pleased, but a lot of people seem to like it. So congratulations to Extreme. Death Room of the Planet of Leather Moments was also a bit controversial because it was made using Notch and using a lot of stock footage, like in terms of assets and stuff like that. So it became a bit of a discussion topic. But they still had direction and excellent music to go along with it. So it didn't matter to me, but some people were discussing it a lot. Other releases were also cool. Ivory Labs did a bit of a tribute to Epoch techno demos. Super Wide Reality, Canvas Vibe Alone, Zine by Alpha Design was also very good, 64k. The Alte Cariano entry was also very good. It placed very weirdly low, but it was very, very tight sync between the music and the visuals, and the Yumalauta stuff was also very interesting. That's the ones that I remember the most. Half Beat Cheese won the short film compo. They're used to winning the short film compo at Assembly, so not much news there. Moving on other stuff that happened in November, we had Demosplash that took place in the US. They are related to Carnegie Mellon University. It was also held physically, but it was limited to people who were part of the Carnegie Mellon campus, so they didn't have external visitors. It was a cool stream to follow, a lot of different platforms, and they try to make sure that they play all of their demos and intros on the exact hardware. So they have a lot of different hardwares there. They did special talks explaining how certain hardwares work. So it was really cool to check out. They had some interesting seminars and demo shows. The winner was Logo Dreams by Desire for the Apple II. And Last Stand by Goblinish for ZX Spectrum. Apparently, Goblinish's last demo. Let's see if that is true or if he will return eventually. The one that I liked the most was actually Welcome Intro by Melon Design. Typical Melon style, some weirdness with some great colors and top-notch direction. Very simple intro, but it did its job. The cat is about to stalk me. Jump here, cat. It did its job of trying to announce a new mystery coder that no one knows yet. So yeah, those were the highlights of Demosplash. There were other Demoscene events that happened during November. Are you gonna jump or not, cat? Come on, you can do it. That's it. So we had the Modulation in Russia, which also was very interesting to follow. Mostly Russian speaking, a lot of retro, a lot of old school game retro compo stuff. They had a location, physical presence, everybody very tight together. It felt like a very anti-COVID prevention event. I hope they did some proper testing for people who were attending the event. But they had a lot of cool computers around there of all sorts. It's organized by Yandex, which is like sort of Google of Russia, but Yandex in particular also has a division that focuses on retro computing. So these people are related to the Yandex Museum of Retro Computing. So they have all sorts of different computers there and have sponsorships, and they had like a corner where you could play Quake, all sorts of cool things, and a very cool live stream if you understand Russian. There was also a ByteJam battle, not battle, it was just a jam where you could go for the TIC 80, while at the same time a person was playing a balalaika on stage, which was very fun to follow. It became a bit controversial because they actually voted on those releases, which is not very common for a ByteJam, and the winner was Vinden drum, which was advocating trans rights, which in Russia is a big deal because they don't accept that gay people even exist, let alone trans people. So yeah, that was the controversial behind it, but the event itself was really cool. I enjoyed following it, and you can catch the videos on the Modulation channel, YouTube channel as well. I believe they have the recordings there. I'm not sure if they're public or not because of the controversial between of the trans rights things, but it should be public eventually somewhere. Some not that many releases there, stuff still being added to the databases, but a lot of stuff for the BK0011 and BK0010, as was to be expected, and for the ZX Spectrum, also revolved by Stardust, also released there. In Hungary there was Experience Demo Party, a very small event. I'm not sure where it was, how many people attended. The results don't say that, they just say that it existed and they had 6 entries. Okay, the entries were interesting. The Mojo, the organizer, was a bit silly, black and white graphics. If you want a quick laugh, it's interesting. The Trabant was also making fun of those vaporwave sort of adverts where you have neon colors and high technology, but that happened in the 80s. They have a Trabant in there. For those who don't know what Trabant is a very cheap car that was very popular on Eastern Europe. Still is popular, I guess. And the winner demo was Milfoil, I guess, Milfoil, by Umlaut Design. Very pink, very nice music, very static scenes. Didn't really seem to go anywhere, but it had a very nice mood to it and very clean design. So if you enjoy it, please check it out. And yeah, so those were the main releases from Experience Demo Party. At the same time, and these were all on the same weekend, 3 parties on the same weekend. There was a party in Australia, Melbourne, Australia, called Syntax. Syntax had a lot of releases. They had 29-second music, which is interesting. It's a music compo, which every year you have 1 more second to submit into the music compo. So that was interesting. The text art compo was also filled with releases, a lot of patchy stuff. C64 Scene really came full weight to Syntax and deliver a lot of stuff. A lot of patchy entries on this compo. An animation compo, which was sort of their wild thing, I think. Black and white photo, also with a lot of entries, 24 you can see. Chiptune music, which is also very common in Syntax. And old school demo had the most famous demo was Take Me by System of Sound, or the winner demo. Just for 1 point, you can barely see it on my screen, but I'll show you. It's this screen. No, it's this screen. See, by 1 point, 138 to 137, so very close. The Pixel Graphics 8-bit was the really good compo. It had tons of entries and a lot of very high quality C64 pixel graphics there. So I highly recommend you check it out if you like C64 pixel art graphics. Tracked music compo as well, wild demo as well, throwback one with Good Day Syntax, which was a cover of Man with Hats, Without Hats, I don't know what it's called, and it was really, really cool entry. And play it for a little while. Yeah, another TIC 80 world domination happening. This rounds up the stuff from November 2021. If you check the best demos of 2021, you will see that you have on top 5 Welcome Intro by Melon Dezign that was released at Demosplash, Nacho by Nacho Over Average Hombres, which was released at the Inertia demo party, which were like on the last days of October, so it's normal that these demos are still top of the month. Death Room by the Planet of Leather Moments, which was released at Assembly, Trippus Lunaticus also released at Assembly, and Caffeinate by Bit Shifters Collective, which was a executable image also released at the Inertia demo party 2021. First release of Malin on the Demoscene, and it got a lot of praise from people. It was very good executable graphics entry. Other stuff worth mentioning through the month, there was the release of this compilation called Darkvault 3 at Enough Records, which is a Demoscene related net label. I had a few Demoscene musicians participating there, myself included, Metrotronic, the artist previously known as Visualize, and a few other people also participated on this. If you like dark ambient sort of music, please go check it out. You can find the links on the description of the video. Another album released on Bandcamp by a musician was also Vinden Stilner by Frequent of Ephidrena. Very nice cover, good music, so go check out his latest EP. Other stuff also musically related was Jazz Up the Scene, the concert that Genio, Daria, and KB did at Underground Conference earlier this year. They did a capture, but it took a while to edit all the stuff, so it's finally been released and very worth checking out if you enjoy scene music concerts. This one was very on point, a lot of classic tracks, well, classic for the modern demo scener, and all of them performed in a jazz sort of way, like not trying to be extremely close to the original, having a more free-form vibe to it. I really enjoyed watching the concert live. I rewatched it now, so I highly recommend you checking it out. Other stuff that also got released were 2 episodes of the Zine radio show, which is a podcast of some sort with Axel Oki and Ziphoid, produced by Gargaya and Gloom. Both of these episodes were really good. Number 17, Running the Gamut with Ferris, an interview with Ferris where he explains how he got into the demo scene, all the different stuff that he did for the different platforms involved with the SNES, with all the modern PC stuff that he does as well. I think he also did some stuff for the C64. So he talks a lot about that. Very interesting interview. And then the most recent, just got released yesterday, the new episode number 18, which is an interview with IQ talking about Shader Toy and his work through the demo scene as well. Also his work under Pixar and Oculus Rift and Facebook. And also the beginning is a little chat about the themed music compos on the different demo parties, the trend that exists nowadays to have like a specific theme. Like there is on Boozodrome, there is on the Evoke themed compo. On Assembly, it's been happening for years. Inertia has the drone compo, Tersak has the acid compo. All sorts of different parties have these specific combinations of themed music, and in my humble opinion, it was a freshening factor to the demo scene that these music compos started having a targeted thing. I think the original compos were a bit outdated. People didn't really pay that much attention to them. subjective opinion, of course, but that is my opinion nonetheless. Anyways, to round up this video, let's take a look at the demos that are happening next month. We have Transmission, which is a Commodore 64 party focusing online only. It's going to happen this weekend, 4th and 5th of December. If you haven't submitted your entries, I think you can do it up to the 3rd of December, so submit them now. We have Silly Venture, which is mostly an Atari event. It's going to be happening physically in Poland. And then Tokyo Demo Fest happening online only. Japan is on lockdown at the moment because of some new COVID variant that just popped up. And it's also going to be back-to-back with SIGGRAPH Asia, so it's going to be a pretty interesting event. I'm going to help commentate some stuff on Tokyo Demo Fest, supposedly, apparently. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. They're going to have a lot of shader coding focused stuff. I can show you the website while I'm here. Tokyo Demo Fest. They're going to have some seminars and timetable maybe. They're going to have some seminars of different stuff, mostly Japanese speaking, I believe, and then they're going to have a lot of shader showdown battles on both of the days, and a GLSL compo, which is pretty much just doing a shader on a GLSL sandbox, I think it's called, and the usual demo compo. So if you want to support the Japanese demo scene, do something for Tokyo Demo Fest. I think they also have a graphics compo. I think they have executable graphics compo as well. Yeah, so all sorts of different stuff that's going to happen at Tokyo Demo Fest. So yeah, those were the news that I wanted to cover from November. Let me know what you think about this format, if it works, if it doesn't work. I'll try to do it monthly as much as I can, and hope you enjoy. If this is relevant to you, don't forget to like, subscribe, all that jazz. If you would like to support me to keep doing these kind of content videos, you can also do so at patreon.com/psenough. Donate whatever you are willing to donate. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you next video. Bye bye everyone. Take care.